Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday night live broadcast. And, my April boot camp starts tomorrow. And for those of you that haven't registered yet, all I can tell you is so many things have changed on LinkedIn specifically that you absolutely want to get in. So tonight, I'm going to share with you some of LinkedIn's major changes. They've added a feature that is going to make it easier for you to talk to more people. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. The more people you talk to, the greater the opportunity you're going to have to close sales. That's what it's all about. Closing sales, talking to the right people. And when you use this feature on a regular basis, it's going to turn LinkedIn into a recruiting machine, a money machine. You're going to find that you're going to be able to turn on a flood of business. So let's jump into this. Now, LinkedIn and Facebook have changed, and they've added many new features, but this one feature in particular is going to have a tremendous impact on your business. And frankly, it's going to make you better. It's going to make you better. So all these changes that have taken place, there are new ways to find perfect prospects because you know in advance by the content of their profile who would be an ideal prospect for your business. There are new ways to use our project launch scripts to introduce your business to more people, which we will be introducing in boot camp. There are new relationship building posting strategies, and we're going to talk about some of these tonight. And there are now easier ways to find perfect prospects. On LinkedIn, there are business professionals in a growing pool of 1,030 million people that want to make full-time or part-time income from home. Prospecting on LinkedIn, for those of you that haven't been here in a while, has just been redefined. And like it or not, they've made huge searching restrictions. Previously, when you were using LinkedIn's free service, you could send out, you could do 300 profile searches a day for free and send out a message. And we had a great one, 300 characters. It's actually about 270 characters out of 300 that you could send and start the process. Well, there have been so many people jumping on LinkedIn. They're adding 10 million profiles every month. And unfortunately, there is a huge pool of people that are jumping on LinkedIn and breaking all the rules. Why not? I mean, every month, 300 searches. So they've cut it back. Now, 10 a month. What this is doing is this is forcing people take advantage of their paid services. You really understand the value of LinkedIn. Think about it. A pool of 1 billion, 30 million people, and every month there's going to be another 10 million added. When you know how to use LinkedIn correctly, there's no reason why you can't be enrolling at least one person a week, 2 people a week. I'm going to share with you something that enabled one of my students to tap into his existing market without looking for new people. So for those of you who have been on LinkedIn for some time and you've already got your connections, as a matter of fact, for those of you that have been on Facebook for any length of time, you're already connected to people. And many of these people on LinkedIn and Facebook that you're already connected to could very well turn into new customers, turn into new distributors. The key is how you go about bringing up the business or the products and talking to them. We got you covered. There are vast new contacting rules. And finally, there are profile verification issues. Now, if we add to all of this LinkedIn artificial intelligence, it's amazing. Let me hop over here and bear with me for a second because there's something else I need to bring up. Okay. Edward, thank you for that. So let me go back. All right, now, so I want to take a few minutes and talk about the different options for using LinkedIn. Now, if you are serious about building your business, then many of you have spent a lot of money on leads. On social networks, leads are free. On LinkedIn, leads can be free. But when it comes to searching out, picking out great prospects for your business, the direct way, you've got 4 different premium services. Now, last year, over the summer, I started recommending Sales Navigator. And in December, I started recommending Recruiter Lite. Now, Sales Navigator will cost you $100 a month. Recruiter Lite is $170 a month. Okay. But again, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it to be able to make 1 or 2 sales a week? One of my students is making 1 a day. So you got premium. These are all premium. Sales Navigator, Recruiter Lite. Premium will cost you $40 a month. And then they have an advanced premium, which will cost you $60 a month. And frankly, what you're going to want is the $60 one. Then you got Sales Navigator, Recruiter Lite, and the advanced Recruiter. And sometimes they make it available, sometimes they don't. You don't need it. Okay. You're going to, depending upon what you're trying to market and sell, it'll either be Sales Navigator or Recruiter Lite. Now, they're going to give you a 30-day free trial. Boot camp starts tomorrow. So register for boot camp tomorrow night. Go in, subscribe to LinkedIn, and you're going to have immediate access to the recorded sessions of last month's boot camp session. So you can jump in and start taking advantage of it right away. Now you got 1,030 million professionals on LinkedIn. They turn 21 years old this year, and millions of professionals are rushing to join. So every second, 4 new profiles are being added. Every week, 2.4 million. Every time you do a search, there are going to be new profiles. Every month, 10 million. Now, LinkedIn's growing global membership worldwide. North America got 254 million, United States 211, Canada 22 million, Mexico 21 million, Europe 242 million. The Asia Pacific area, you got 202 million, and in Latin America, 146 million. The Middle East, 54 million people. People between the ages of 25 and 34 account for 59% of LinkedIn's user base. Over 58.4 million companies are registered. So Edward just sent me a note. Just a note, Max. Family Dollars will be closing 200 stores in Ohio, where he lives. Family Dollars. Never heard of that store. Go over to LinkedIn. Whoops. Okay, so we have Family Dollar stores. Now, we go over here to people, and you got 5,500 people that have jobs that work with Family Dollars. They're closing 200 stores in Ohio. So you have 487 people that work for Family Dollars. Here's somebody, he's a district manager, which means he works, he oversees a number of stores. Now, all of these people are going to be out of jobs. All of these people are going to be out of jobs. Some of them probably don't even know it yet because they just announced it. And so let's take a look at Josh. He's verified his profile so that he posted something 7 months ago. Now he's only worked there for 3 months. So you have to make sure that they're active. LinkedIn makes it easy. He reposted this 7 months ago. Comments. He commented on this 1 month ago. Reactions. So he liked this 2 weeks ago. So he's active. So there is no shortage of opportunities to reach out to people. And so what you're looking for, store managers, and what it's doing is it's picking up the word. So you got store managers, multi-unit manager means he oversees a number of stores. Susan does sales training. No shortage of opportunities to reach out and talk to people. Over 129,000 schools are registered. 39,000 different skills are listed. You got 140 million people that have the open to work frame around their profile photo. So you can search for people by their profession, by their military experience, by their skill sets, by their location, by their activity, by their educational institution that they attended, and when they created their profile. People that did it in the last day, in the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, going back the last 30 days, the last 90 days. And so one of the things that you're going to be able to do come back over here. So you got 386 store managers. You go over to Recruiter Lite. Go down on the left. Recently joined. Now, I'm sure there are going to be a lot more. In the last 90 days, one person joined. So actually, only one person joined. There are going to be a lot more. It's an amazing feature. And you can search for people by their desire or urgency to find new ways to generate income. LinkedIn makes it easier to find the best people that would be successful in your business, connect with them, show them what you have to offer, and bring them into your business. It all starts with your profile. More people than ever before are looking for ways to make extra full-time income from home. And you have the opportunity that provides a solution for that. Your success on LinkedIn is going to depend on a number of factors. First, optimizing your profile so it can be found. I'm scrolling down here and I'm looking at some names, and I'm sure if I brought them up or I attempted to bring them up, you would be shocked to know that nobody can see you. Your settings need to be adjusted. Adjusting your profile settings so people can see the important details is very important. Understanding the dynamic uses of LinkedIn and how people communicate with others. We have a whole series of new scripts that we're going to be introducing this month. Positioning yourself as an authority within your niche market. Creating effective lead generation methods that convert prospects to business builders. Influencing your audience with effective posting. These are all the things that we're going to be helping you with in bootcamp. Efficiently qualifying your prospects to increase your closing ratio. Now, with my new strategy, tactics, and scripts, you'll be able to beat your competition to connecting with the hottest prospects, produce immediate results and faster enrollments, position yourself as an authority to everyone in your niche market, especially when I show you these new elements. Ensure you'll be chosen over your competitors, enroll experienced leaders, and many more new reps. So we're talking about AI, artificial intelligence. And I got to tell you, before I get into this, I started talking about it seriously in October, November of last year. And AI is getting better. New things are happening. And so now they offer artificial intelligence to make your profile on LinkedIn. And when we started playing around with it, we found that for profile creation, wasn't that great. Enhance your profile. People now are creating their profiles and they're getting all kinds of notices. Stand out from the crowd. Try our AI-powered assistant. So they offer the opportunity to write your headline. And we found when we took the headlines that we suggest and you go and run them through AI, they're not so good. So the jury's out on this. It's not such a good deal. For this, you can enhance your profile, your headline section, the about section. And again, we found that our headlines were better than what AI was coming up with. Now, when it comes to the about section of your profile, it's not bad. It rewrites things. So you could let them give it a shot and then go in there and edit it a little. Now, you're all familiar. Well, maybe you're not. LinkedIn created a feature called celebrations. Now, what are celebrations all about? If I come back over to LinkedIn and you go to your network. Now we're all connected to people. So I am connected to 11,022. And if I filter this, they're giving me act credit for 10,000. What happened to the other 1,100? I have no idea. But you're going to find that many of the people that you're already connected to are people you've never talked to. So I go up here and I do a search for who am I connected to that are looking for an opportunity. I got 1,200. These 1,200 people, by the way, notice that the format for all your pages are changing. These 1,100 people are, I got 1,200 people here that are looking for an opportunity. And if I scroll down and look, this is somebody that I've never talked to, but we're connected. If I bring up his profile, we've been connected since 2021, but we've never talked. Only thing you have to be careful about is to make sure that he's active. So he posted something 6 years ago. Comments 3 years ago. Reactions 2 years ago. So just because you're connected doesn't mean we want to reach out to them, because if they're not active, it doesn't make any sense. Sam, last year, we went into his profile and we found first we looked at his connections. Come down here. So these are the scripts that we wrote specifically for him, because he had a specific agenda. He was looking for a particular group of people. So after going through the scripts, what he was going to say, out of 4,700 connections that he had, 200 were investors, 1,200 were business owners, 41 were bankers. This was his target market. So 37% of his people, 1,738 people that he was already connected to were prospects. So moving forward, he was going to be going after people he was connected to and new people that he wanted to be connected to. Following the scripts, We did a coaching session, and he came back a week later. It's crazy, 2 weeks since our last coaching session, I sponsored 12 people. 12 people in 2 weeks. That's 12 people in 14 days. You're all heading down the same road. He's been on Zooms for 5 to 6 hours a day, working with and training his people. And this is where I had to step in and say, listen, you have to set up a schedule. You can't train them one at a time. You got to train them in groups. So, next message I get from him. Hard to believe I'm writing this. I've always wanted to send you a testimony. So, thanks to your coaching, I've added 21 new team members in the last 3 weeks. 21 plus the 12 that he did previously. That's 33 people he signed up. Your way of coaching gave me the reassurance to go from where I was for a few months stuck, not going forward, getting rejection after rejection, to signing up 90% of the people. And I wish I could coach all of you. The closest thing to coaching you're going to get is to jump into this next boot camp. I got so busy, I haven't been able to attend boot camps. My business has taken off, and it won't be able to stop it even if I wanted to. And AI is going to play an important part of this whole process. So another feature of LinkedIn is celebrations. When you go over to your network, some of you are going to see it. It's going to be visible. Some of you won't. So you have to search for it. So here, celebrations will let you know who's changed their job, who's celebrating a birthday, who's got a work anniversary. This gives all of you an opportunity to start a conversation. People you're already connected to. And I was connected to this guy for 3 years, but we've never talked. Connected to her for 8 years. Never talked. Again, we have to make sure 9 years. This is a gold mine. Now, so celebrations has been available. They came up with another one for people that are brand new to LinkedIn, that are creating their profiles right out of the box. Stay in touch. So with celebrations, you got job changes, birthdays, work anniversaries. And then actually they changed it. Now it's called catch up. And what catch up is going to do, this is for people that are brand new. They'll let you know, not changing jobs, birthdays, work anniversaries, as well as education. They're putting all this information in front of everybody. Why? Because they want you to engage. They want you involved with other people. And so for those of you that are students that maybe you stepped away from it, they're going to offer all kinds of incentives. We'd love to make premium work for you. Get 50% off your next 2 months. So catch up. Again, this is what's being offered to new people. This, my friends, is the big one. Okay. I was working with Peter and we were setting up his profile, created it. And we were going to send somebody a message and we got a prompt, write with AI. Cold messages can be hard, but I can help with a draft. What would you like to do? Introduce yourself, ask Peter about his time in a group. So what they're doing here is they're now giving people the opportunity to write these opening messages. So I got a message from, I can't even pronounce his name. And again, if I'm going to write to him, draft a personalized message with the help of AI. Now, on Friday, it's National Deep Dish Pizza Day. Connecting with people off of posts is incredibly effective. So I got this picture of a deep dish pizza, and I wrote, if you're on a diet and love deep dish pizza, I thought you'd like to know that Friday is National Deep Dish Pizza Day in case you're looking for an excuse to go off your diet for a day. And then I was prompted by AI to rewrite it. And I gave it a shot, and this is what they came up with. If you're someone who loves deep dish pizza but is currently on a diet, I have some exciting news for you. Friday is National Deep Dish Pizza Day, so you now have the perfect excuse to indulge in your favorite food guilt-free. Take a break from your diet and treat yourself to a delicious slice or two or three of deep dish pizza to celebrate the special day. Don't miss out on the opportunity to enjoy one of the most iconic foods in America, National Deep Dish Pizza Day. I'm going to come back over here. Now, on the 11th, I'm sorry, on the 12th is National Pet Day. So I'm going to make a post. And we want to post gifts. Share your thoughts. April 11th is National Pet Day. Now we want interaction. Okay? Now we come down here and we write it with artificial intelligence. Attention pet owners. April 11th is National Pet Day. Take a moment to celebrate this special day with your furry friend. What better way to show your appreciation than by treating them to a gift? Let us know in the comments what kind of pet you have and how you plan to celebrate this awesome day. Okay? Wow. Wow. And what you can do is you can say, you know what? I don't want to post this tonight because it's late. So I'm going to post this. Whoops. I meant to schedule it ahead of time. Right? So AI, when it comes to posting things, is going to be outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Now, I'm going to take a minute because I've been talking about Max GPT. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. And we're going to have two bots. One bot is going to be on my website. You're going to be able to come over here and ask me any questions about any of my programs. And you're going to get an answer. So we're still loading this stuff up, but I think you get the idea. Okay. Now this is designed to answer questions to help people get what they need from our different programs. All of this is being loaded. The chatbot is going to enable you to request specific scripts. It's going to be you. But I have to show you something totally off the wall that's coming. Technology is changing. So there's actually systems now where people can take, this is Audrey Hepburn on the left, where you're going to be able to take a picture and then get it to talk.
Someone waiting for me. We just kids when we fell.
All right. A better example is you got somebody that's actually doing the voice. Here's the picture.
Yeah, I think this is right now an inflection point where we're sort of, redefining how we interact with digital information. Yeah. And it's through, the form of these AI systems that we collaborate with. And maybe we have several of them, and maybe they all have different competences. And maybe we have a general one that kind of
This, my friends, is scary. Scary. All right. But it's coming. And I've got two of my people watching this very, very carefully. AI, artificial intelligence, is here, and all of you are going to love what we're putting together right now. So, wherever you are in the state of your business, you can't fail. With unlimited prospects to talk to on LinkedIn or Facebook, and with continual practice, you simply can't fail. You're invincible. All you need is a profile. The content of your profile, your daily activity, will position you to be perceived as an expert and influencer by everyone that sees it. The secret to connecting with perfect prospects and convincing them to become business partners and customers has to do with three things: the relationships you create with your profile, the influence you generate with your activity and your posts, and the conversations you have with your prospects. You must follow my scripts. The ability to get people to talk to you, follow you, take action, and join your team revolves around everyone's perception of who you are, which is completely in your hands, along and totally in your control. I'm going to back over here. And first, I'm going to put in the chat go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp. Use the promo code BESTDEAL to participate. Now it starts tomorrow, and this boot camp has 5 sessions. The 5th session is the daily routine of top earners. We're going to dive into the 10 important lessons you get out of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, the daily routine that takes you to the top of your company, and how to develop the mindset of a $1 million earner. Now, the next 90 days are going to be incredibly active. So I invite some of you. So all your boot camp sessions are at 9 o'clock at night. I started working with Will Zanders in October of 2022. He was number 5 in his company. 6 months later, he was number 2. Last month, I heard from him. Now he's number 1. You can go as far and as fast as you want. Boot camp. You're going to have access to the recorded sessions of last month's boot camp, as well as the recorded sessions as we have them. Dan said in your email, you said that you'd be covering LinkedIn's latest new features. Did you step by step? Did you miss it? I guess so. Okay. You've got celebrations. You've got Chat GPT, or you've got chat and AI. You can change your life in the next 90 days with focused energy. So I encourage you, commit to working with me for the next 90 days. Participate in the April, May, and June boot camps. And you'll establish a solid foundation for massive growth. April, May, June boot camps, average price $59 a boot camp. There is a two payment option for this. And for the people that register, you'll be able to participate in our weekly mastermind sessions on Saturday. Now, let me scroll down here. So during our mastermind sessions, you'll watch me log into people's accounts. We'll go over open social network problem solvings, help overcome confidence issues. Because the more you do this, folks, the more confidence you're going to get. Discuss recruiting tactics and scripts, demonstrate advanced searching techniques, resolve closing issues with your prospects, help with setting and achieving reasonable goals. We'll review your 90-day game plan goals. So these new changes, my friends, are going to make it easier for you to find people. The searching features have changed. And I went in and I demonstrated how you can search for people using Recruiter Lite. Let me pop over here. Well, let me unmute you.
Now I'm here. Didn't know you wanted to talk.
Well, why not? Give you a little feedback. It's nice to see you. Um, well, it was a little about a year ago you were in a boot camp, and you have to admit that a lot has changed since, I guess, the first boot camp you were in back in 2019. Couple of things. So, has this been working for you?
Well, I would say it works. It's not working as well as I'd hoped.
Okay, let me tell you why. First, well, there's two things. Number one, there's people can come to you, or you can go to people. All right. Now, remember social networking law number one. What you see is what you get, and what people see on your page is what they expect you want to talk about. All right. Now, you're not the only person on LinkedIn that's promoting a business. Are you still building the same business you were building before?
Yes.
Okay. Um, okay. So first and foremost, you're not going to be the only person that is in my daily choice. All right. So you're not the only person. Now, you've been in a bunch of network marketing companies, and um, the use of the word freedom, how you define freedom defines your life. Okay. And freedom is a word, time freedom, financial freedom. You might as well just say, hey, I'm a network marketer. So they're words that trigger resistance. All right. So there are other hot words now that are more effective. Now you've got entrepreneur here. You only need the word in here. You got entrepreneur in here 3 times. You only need it 4 times, 5 times. You only need it once. And you need to create a name that's going to make people curious about what you're doing. Now, lifestyle advocate. Okay, so we're advocating lifestyle. A better word, a better description is you are a lifestyle transitioning coach, a lifestyle transitioning mentor. You help people transition from one thing, what they're currently doing, to another. You want people looking at your profile and saying, hey, this is somebody that I need to get to know. Your posts, what you put out there, is what makes people want to know more about you. And when you come down here, um, it'll be amazing to kind of rewrite this. So again, You want people to look at your profile and see how they can benefit from knowing you. Every word here is critical. Let me come over here and do a search for Matthew and I worked together last year. Now, Matthew worked for the DEA for 26 years. Actually, this is the good one because his whole profile is about his work. He was a retired special agent. Everything on his profile is all about his work history. And following the tactics and the scripts, he could go after police, law enforcement people, but he could talk to anybody. Why? Because he's in law enforcement. He's got almost immediate credibility with people. The issue that he had when he started was he was in so much of a hurry, gave him the scripts. In our first session, we opened up his profile, we turned him loose, and he was gung-ho to tell people about the business. And he was doing it too quickly. And as a result, by the time I'd get into his account to help him with a conversation, he was picking great people, but he was blowing it. And I couldn't get him to slow down. Couldn't get him to slow down. And so he sent me this in February. I just got a new sign up last week when my birthday notification went out, which I had changed for your advice. One of my connections wished me well. I picked up our previous conversation from a year ago. He asked if he wanted to see my offer and sign up in the business. Now, but he was still pushing it too early. So finally, what I had to do, because he had the scripts. Finally, and what you want to post are personal development posts. So finally, here it is. I said to him, I said, Matt, you're in law enforcement. Before you could arrest somebody, you have to read them their Miranda rights. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. You have the right to have a lawyer if you... And he just broke out laughing. Okay? And I got him to admit, yeah, it's true. You have to read the Miranda rights. And then a couple of days later, I signed up 5 people in the last 3 days. You follow the scripts, you talk to the right people. So he's brand new to network marketing. He was brand new to network marketing last year. I think January was his first month. He rank advanced 3 months in a row. You follow the scripts, you make yourself to be the person that your ideal prospect would want to talk to. When you go out and you're looking for people that are looking for an opportunity, you got 2,230,000. So you reach out to some of these people. And what's the first thing they see when they look at this? How you define freedom defines your life. Well, true. But I mean, let's be real here. We're all free. We're all free. We can do anything we want to do. We can go where we want to go. And the word freedom is bantered about so much. Okay. And so you're literally making a speech, and this you need to tell people what you're going to do, how you can help them. You need to be talking as opposed to making a speech. So, but you could try, and I guess the other thing is typically the name of the company is in low and is in smaller type, and the big type is your description, who you are. So if you look, you were for General Dynamics, that was your position. You come up here, Martin Marietta, that was your position. Semi-tool, that was your position. Now you come up here, this company, VP Sales and Marketing, that was your position. VP and General Manager, that was your position. Now here, this was your own company. So entrepreneur is not your position. You're the founder, you're the CEO. And so this is your business. Cash flow management, brokering. Entrepreneur doesn't belong here. You don't need self-employed. This is your company. So people are looking at you and they're saying, okay, here's somebody that was an engineer, moved up into sales and marketing, general manager, started his own business for 2 years and 3 months. Then he went to work for another company and consulting VP and account operations. That was what, 12 years ago. I would probably say I change this and just say vice president. And of operations. You're not lying. Then you come up here. So here for 38 years, this describes there's too much here. Okay, it's if this describes your network marketing career, you want to give it a name that's going to make people curious about what it is. So you give it a name. International Association of Wealth Builders. You're the founder. You're the CEO. And so whatever it was, or whatever it is, and it needs to be, you don't need all of this stuff. Then you got something else here. Chief Freedom Advocate, tenured. So maybe you got a side business down here, and this is your network marketing experience. Same thing. You need to give it a name. And so the company is called Entrepreneurs Without Limits, if that's the name of the company. It just doesn't, it's confusing to read. So you restructure it, make it easier for people to get a glimpse of who you are first. And then the other part of this is activity. So you posted this one day ago. Now you want to post things that people would want to share. And what we're finding is posting things, people are more inclined to share it if you don't make a big speech. The other thing that's new, my profile, it's all about follow-up. Short words if you're going to put anything. But if I look, my last post, impressions mean nothing because you don't know who they are. We need to get into the actual, they can either like it. Now what you can do after you've posted it, you can share it. So these are the people the last people that I communicated with, last 10, actually more than the last 10. But you could come in here, and if these are your prospects, you can do 10 at a time. And then send them separately. It's posting. Here's something I put up. Now, this is going to grow. The lifespan of these posts. Outrageous. But posting things that people would want to share, send to other people. Somebody in management would want to share something with people that works for them. Yeah. Anyway, it's for the rest of you. Boot camp starts tomorrow. It is going to be a game changer for all of you because we're going to give you things that you can do almost immediately from the get-go that will get people to react to what you're doing. You have to be the person that your ideal prospect would want to know. You want to be perceived as a problem solver. You're the guy. You are a lifestyle transitional coach. You are a peak performance trainer. You're a professional networker. You want to put words up there that give you credibility with the people that you want to talk to. And the more selective you are about the people you talk to, the more successful you are going to be. So, we will be back tomorrow. Boot camp starts 9 o'clock. All sessions are recorded. Go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp. Use the promo code BEST DEAL. We'll see you in boot camp tomorrow.